The technical program is an all-round test of technique and nerve crammed into no more than 2 minutes and 40 seconds. 8 elements are required to be completed, among them the twist lift. But it's how well they are done which separates out the best pairs. Look for the height, so the lady after 2 revolutions can be caught and placed on the ice. The overhead lifts are about balance and control, the position of the lady in the air, and the man's turns. The side-by-side jumps should be done in unison, each skater shadowing the other. The penalties for failure on any of the elements are severe, and the solo jumps can destroy the best. A fall would take 0.4 from the technical mark. Close and together is the aim. The skaters must also perform one step sequence. The better the pair, the more intricate the steps. An opportunity for originality and reflecting the timing of the music. In contrast, the spiral sequence is all about elegance and grace and ease of movement. Two types of spins are required, together and apart. In the solo spin, the timing is crucial, particularly with the required change of foot. Again, each skater should mirror the other. The pair spin combination must include one change of foot and at least one change of position. Opportunities for originality abound. Finally, the death spiral. The lower, the better, but neither the head nor the boot must touch the ice. The order of completing the required 8 elements is entirely up to the skaters.
Remember, the technical programme is worth 1/3 of the total number of marks. Well, tonight the draw has split up the medal favourites. We begin with the 4 times world champions making a comeback after 3 years, Ekaterina Gordeeva and Sergei Grinkov. Let's join our commentators Barry Davies and Alan Weeks.
On the ice, representing Russia, Ekaterina Gordeeva, Sergei Grinkov.
2 of the great pair skaters of all time, Ekaterina Gordeeva and Sergei Grinkov, representing Russia. In 1988, they won the Olympic gold medal representing the Soviet Union, and since then have won world championships and have been professional. Now they're back, they won the European Championship, and they're looking for this Olympic gold again. The double axel, excellent. Marvelous lift. Perhaps the timing out slightly during that individual spin, but they come out of it very well. Lovely. Grinkov. We saw her when she was 14 the first time we saw her. She was brilliant then. She's brilliant now. A very, very nice program by the pace setters in this pair skating championship. Ekaterina Gordeeva and Sergei Grinkov. She's now 22 and a mum, but they skated beautifully. Just thinking about the timing on the spins, but everything else was very good.
Well, this is how they started, with the double axel. Smoothness of landing, lovely running edge from both, totally together. And look at that. His hands came down, caught her, placed her back on the ice. No problems at all with his own movement. Pressure lift, one hand in the end. And again, how he placed her back on the ice. You can gather from the appreciation. And 5.8s. We were watching the highest class. 5.6 from Germany, the low point. Of course, there's going to be a battle between the Olympic champions of 1988 and those of 1992, Mishkutenok and Dmitriev. How much room has been left to the champions of Albertville? Well, with those 5.9s, the answer is not too much. 5.9s in total, and the others 5.8s.
On the ice, representing Great Britain, Jacqueline Soames and John Jenkins.
Jackie Soames and John Jenkins. Last year's Europeans, they finished 12th, and in the world they were 16th. They didn't compete in the Europeans this year. Trained with David Clements at Queen's Ice Club in Alexandra Palace. Unfortunately, John landed the double axel going forward instead of backwards. Bit out of time on that spin. Combination pair spin there. And an excellent overhead lift. Was a very low death spiral. excellent finish. It was just a real shame about those two errors at the beginning of the program, particularly on the jump where John landed going forward, but for the rest of it, they picked it up as they went through, and it was very good. That's one of the good things about skating. If you can make a mistake but pick it up and get on with it again, they did just that.
Oh, this was the jump. Double axel landed on 2 feet going forward, and they will lose 0.3 for that error. Nice overhead lift, confidently done. Quite slow moving on landing, but they were moved off together. The errors shown in the marks for the required elements: high of 4.5 from the British judge, a low of 3.9 from the Australian judge. She seemed to be apologising to him a bit about the spin, and he obviously was disappointed with the double axel. High point for presentation, 4.7, about which they'd be rather disappointed.
On the ice, representing Russia, Natalia, Mishkutenok, Artur, Dmitriev.
Their comeback. 2 years ago, champions of Europe, champions of the world, and Olympic gold medalists. Didn't compete last year. In the Europeans, they only made the bronze, which for them, of course, well, we shall see. But they are two of the great pair skaters, trained by Tamara Mospina. Height on that. Well, the double axel came off there, all right. Beautiful timing on that spin. Very low, that death spiral. Beautiful dismount. That's quite a spiral position by Natalia. Well, that was quite a performance by Natalia Mishkutenok and Artur Dmitriev. Everything they did, they put through. They presented it beautifully. It was great. They moved around the ice so well. They are really going to be setting the standard as far as this technical program is concerned. It was lovely stuff to watch, all of it.
Well, they didn't seem to be ready for the European Championship. They are certainly ready as far as the Olympic Games is concerned. Spins were better than Gordeeva and Grinkov. This is the double axel. Look at the timing of it. Dramatic program to Don Quixote. This time it suited them very well, and that was the reaction of Tamara Moksvina. What a contrast with Copenhagen. Oh, in a few words. That's what it can be like if you get it wrong in her company. 3 5.8s as opposed to the 5 of Gordeeva and Grinkov. Little hard done by. 4 5.7s to go with those 5.8s. And there will be some reaction surely for the presentation marks where Gordeeva and Grinkov got 5 5.9s. There's one, there's another, but only 2 5.9s. He looks a little mystified, and I have to say I have some sympathy for that reaction. They're in second place at the moment.
Another member, team of the great Russian outfit, Evgenia Shishkova, Vadim Naumov, second in the European Championships a month ago, 5th in the last Olympics, and last year 3rd in the world and in Europe. Just again demonstrating the power of Russian pair skating. That was very nicely timed. Very high in the air. Very neat step sequence to wind up their required elements. And a very nice finish. Evgenia Shishkova, Vadim Naumov. Well, they've been around and they've scored good marks almost everywhere. They haven't yet won, but they've always been pushing. Strong members of the Russian team. Their skating, their jumping, their steps, everything was very smooth.
Coming in to the double axel. Landing together, he had to hang on to it a little bit. Music was Rondo Caprice from Camille Saint-Saëns. Nice overhead. Placed her on the ice.
Marks for required elements.
Good required element marks
5-6,
for the pair from St. Petersburg.
5-7,
Highs of 5-7. There are 3 of those. They were 5th in Abbeville. 5-8 comes up from the United States for presentation, and a number of 5-7s as well. And at the moment it's Russia 1, 2 and 3, and they are in 3rd place, although the United States judge has them at the moment in 2nd place. It's the majority of positions from the judges which counts.
The last competitors in the technical program, the world champions, the champions of Canada, Isabelle Brasseur and Lloyd Eisler. They were bronze medalists in the last Olympic Games, but since then took the world title. Tremendous twist lift that was. He went flying. Well, the landing wasn't perfect, but she didn't miss it. These lifts are very, very good. And the timing on those solo spins also very good indeed. That was a very elegant spiral step sequence. Champions getting a mighty roar of applause. Well, there's the question mark on the jump, and there's also a question mark actually on the pair spin. They didn't seem to do quite as much as some of the other skaters. There's Lloyd Eisler's father, whose name, by the way, is Lloyd Eisler.
Well, this is the pair who have suffered most by the fact that former Olympic champions have been allowed back. Because before that happened, they would have got in as the probable favourites against the current 3rd Russian pair, Shishkova and Naumov. Element of relief over the axle, but look about this for a twist lift. Highest by a mile. Canada gives 5.9 for required elements. 5.8 from the United States, and 4 5.7s.
Required elements 5.6, 5.7, 5.7, 5.8, 5.9, 5.6, 5.6, 5.7.
It's a question of what the presentation marks will be. Mishkutenok and Dmitriev had 4 5.8s and a couple of 5.9s. 5.8 is the high point. Puts them above Shishkova and Naumov.
For presentation, 5.8,
Canada would put them in first place, their judge does. A couple of judges put them in second, but the majority has them in third place at the end of the technical program. They've got in amongst the Russians. Gordeeva and Grinkov lead, Mishkutenok and Dmitriev in second place, Brasseur and Eisler third, and Shishkova and Naumov fourth, with the partnership from the Czech Republic, Gordeeva, and her partner, Novotny, down in fifth. Jackie Soames and John Jenkins.